then be adapted like something like this. Yeah, I suppose it's possible, but yeah, no, I would just leave it like this, how it is. That's a pretty good legacy trend, and we're just developing the global, which means we're likely moving down. So this is a great spot to start looking for shorts in this move. We could come all the way up here at like this 10-2 range, but I kind of don't think so. Test level there, test level there. Yeah, something like this here, this 9600 level, but we got pretty close. So um, don't necessarily think we're going to be pushing up again. I think right now what we're doing is we're creating our global downtrend, which could take like a couple of weeks to get there, right? Like we could linger around this area for a couple of weeks, like we could just kind of linger around this area and then move up and then fall down and create our trend there. Like we don't know yet, right? But we just have to observe this in the time being. But it does look like a pullback down at this point. Yeah, in terms of local trends, local's always going to be local to the move, right? Like our legacy trend here is obvious. It's the biggest trends that we have on our chart in any time frame. Whether on the weekly, whether on the 4-hour, like for example, a 4-hour legacy trend would be something like this, right? Like you'd have, and that'll post it here. So yeah, like a legacy trend here that would have its own global trend that would have been right here. That's now right there. That's now right here, right? And so you would have legacy, global, local. Even on the 4-hour, it would just spray off into smaller time frames. So, but again, this is just cycles, right? Like, now you'd expect this hold level right here, whatever time frame hold level, like the 1-hour hold level right here, or possibly even the 4-hour right here, which is holding it down right now. But you could expect the 1-hour. Maybe we can actually find it. Yep, it's right there. You could expect the 1-hour's here. 1 hour here. You can expect the 1-hour hold level to hold this thing down and just start breaking trends. But I think really the only thing to say about trends here is that, 1 second here. My screen share is screen share working okay? It flicked off for a second there. Should be working okay. It's working okay. Okay, perfect. I think the most important thing about trends here is just understanding how they are created and their rules, right? And that a legacy is an exterior event, something we talked about today, like an exterior event, as to where a local is an interior event, right? I think we can use that same verbatim and knowledge in the context that it makes sense on trends too. So, and a legacy trend will be an exterior event. Okay, so that controls the direction of the chart. So your exterior events control the direction of the chart. A global will be kind of the connecting bridge between the interior and the exterior part of the move that dictates something along the lines of, if this dictates the outer pieces of the chart, right? And this one up here dictates the outer pieces of the chart. And this right here, we'll do a G. That's a G for global. And we'll put a little hook on it here so it's obvious. The local will attack this global and it will have its own global out here. So this would be another G. Like you'd have two global trends here, that would kind of protect the legacy events from happening, right? So those are kind of the intermediary points, right? So I think you just understand that the more important parts of the trend here are exterior and interior, and global is kind of the piece that keeps it inside the interior or allows it to go after the exterior. So this is the defining line between what's happening now and what's happening in the future, right? So I think that's really, using the same verbatim in context in trends is going to be accurate. Exterior events are controlled by interior moments, and exterior events tell you what the chart is going to do. So really, when we break it down that way, global, local, legacy kind of just falls into line as to where it makes sense, right? Like the importance of a local event is only as important as what it's created by, right? It just has a very small importance. But a local event on top of a legacy event obviously has a huge meaning, because that's complete, one way or another, right? Like polarity on a chart. So I think trends, unless there's specific questions about trends, I think we've gone over trends enough that we can say local, global, and local versus global is pretty much covered. Which leads to trend accuracy, which is your hard closes, right? Your trend accuracy is understanding that everything like you have to trail your walkthroughs on hard closes, right? Like this is a hard close here. like so, right? And then this is and what are we on, the 1 hour? And then I would go to a higher time frame and say, okay, this is the next hard close here, right? This is the next hard close here, right? Now you've got this here, which is your, I believe it was a 12 hour. Yes, accumulation to accumulation. Oh, I think I did that actually to the wrong candles there. I thought my chart was flipped. Let's redo that. We would go from here to here, right? And that gives you your first move. Hard close here to here, which gives you your second piece. And then this one gives you your third piece. At that point, I'm pretty sure you're just in yeah, a larger time frame. So just going back to this, you would have your first 12 hours. So this is where it would start, 12 hour to 12 hour, right there. So when this breaks right here, right, your accuracy of the chart, you're looking to take a move up against your next hold level, right, which is right here, right? So you're looking to take a move up into your next hold level, right, which is just going to confirm that this is actually moving down, which gives us our trend right here to here, right? So trend accuracy is simply just the dictation of understanding hard closes. So um, to have accurate trends, we always have to hard close, and we start. KG has a question. Okay, I'll get to that in a second, KG. We simply have to hard close points of the move, um, just specifically on those hard points, on those hard close points, right? Like that is your trend accuracy. About hard closing, candle with practically no body. That also counts as a hard close. Are you talking about like what do they call those in? Does it have a name, like the type of candle it is? I might know it by the candle name, but I don't really know candle. What do they call that? Like a spinning top or something like that, or doji? A doji candle, is that what it's called? When it's like it looks like this one right here, but it has a wick on both sides. Yeah. So it's like this. Whatever color the candle is, use it. Like this is distribution, this is accumulation. That's like whatever color, like dictate them by color, not by visual look. Dictate them by color. And then if they fit the criteria of hard closing, use it. Yep. Color dictates the yes or the no. The hard close dictates the um, adapt or to not adapt, right? Like we adaptive trends. So trend and that is really trend accuracy. Like it becomes a very trend accuracy is one of those things. Like it's hard to teach, but once you've got it, it's very easy to understand. So I don't think there's like a big need to do a review on trend accuracy unless there's specific questions. Again, if you guys have look on both sides, the Darth Maul, that's his. Yeah, I got it. I like that, the Darth Maul. Unless there's questions specifically about trends. I mean, trend accuracy is one of those things we learn, and once we know how to do it, becomes very, very clear, right? Like if you know, just to do a quick one, like I would say, okay, here's an accumulation candle, and here's an accumulation candle on this side. This is hard closing right here, this next candle. So I would simply use this candle. I would then zoom in here and say, okay, that's not hard closing. So we're not going to use this one. We're going to use this one, right? This one is hard closing. That is not hard closing. So we're going to use this one right here. And see, the difference is pretty big, right? Like you'd have this or you'd have this, right? Like this looks like the exact moment where it breaks up and over it. This right here has a hard close and it doesn't actually break, right? This does. This does have a hard close and it breaks the hell out of the move. So accuracy is important, right? So you know, you get into these situations where you're something like this and you're looking, don't assume it's hard closed. If it's not hard closed, like zoom in. That is not hard closed. So don't use it. Use this one. Use the one that is hard closed. Just look at the next candle in that same time frame. This is hard closed. This is hard closed. This is not hard closed. It's close, but it's not hard closed. Okay. That means that this is the next candle that is right here, because these ones aren't. Right there. And then you have your real breakout point. So trend accuracy is just about respecting the rules, because that's how it's done. It's about respecting the rules. And there's a deeper methodology into that, but not for FOT. There is a deeper methodology there, but respect the rules and they won't steer you wrong. Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Um, yeah, drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.